Hello YouTube, hello chess fan, and yes, welcome to Chess in My Garden. I'm back with a new series. And it's been about 2-3 years since I've done a video. That's just because of the COVID situation, and chess over the board didn't happen. I played online, but it's not really my thing to play online. But this tournament is the first tournament after the COVID restriction, so I was quite excited. I prepared and I set my goal for the chess season. The goal was to get at least 100 rating points. I managed to get 146 points, which is quite good. The chess season has just ended. That's why I'm making some new videos of my games. Not the games that I've lost, which are a few. I did get some draws, some good draws. Don't know, maybe we'll show them, but I did also have some cracking winning games. And this is the first game of this tournament, which I would like to show you now. And also the reason why I make these videos is so you can enjoy a chess game. I know it's not a grandmaster game or anything like that. It's just an elderly man playing, having fun. But it's also for myself. When I'm at these tournaments, I watch replay the videos so I can get in that state of mind that I was playing it, and that will help me do it. So as always, I have this thing when I enter tournaments. My first game is always b3. If I get the white pieces, that's because Grandmaster Bent Larsen is my favorite grandmaster. So always have the white pieces over to b3, just to think of him and honor to him. So my opponent over to e5. Must say that my opponent is about 50 rating points, 50 or 70 points lower than me. But since the first tournament over the board, he's probably been playing online. I've played a few games online, so it doesn't really count. I go bishop b2, knight c6, e3, all fairly standard, knight f6, bishop out. Bishop, I go out with the knight, and it's all fairly standard. Opponent castle, and here I think it's, I don't know, excitement, and I could have taken it the other way, but I wanted the pawn, so took the knight, took with the pawn, took the pawn. I could have maybe used the bishop instead, but anyway, that's in the past, and then the game would turn in a totally different direction. He plays queen e7. I go back with my knight, haven't grabbed a pawn. He plays the bishop, and I thought, you know, I think it was just routine because I've always played this opening, and I just castle without thinking of the consequences. He plays queen. I thought, I'll get my pieces out. He just moves his queen into a perfectly good spot, and I was thinking, oh, I have to move my queen, or what should I do? And I was a little bit, I probably wasn't thinking, I can't really remember, but I probably wasn't thinking because I played d3. But okay, d3 is a good, it protects the c pawn when the queen moves. But of course, I didn't see the next move. Bishop h3, threatening mate. Here, I thought for maybe 10-15 minutes, not any combinations or anything. Firstly, to calm me down. So get a grip of the game. Secondly, what is the consequences of me losing my rook and getting his powerful bishop instead? My queen would be good. I'll still have the two knights, still have the same colored bishop. There'll be a rook down, but the rooks are not into play. So, that's the only thing I could do was to play, the pawn out. There's no other way. He took with the queen. Moves his queen, threaten my knight, that's fine. Queen is safe there on white square, bishop is not. And he started attacking me. I thought I also have an H pawn. Move this queen out of the way. I move my knight out of the way, threaten his queen. Queen e6. I thought right. Open up for my bishop again. He moves his knight out of the way. I move my knight up to a better square, threaten his queen. And the queen goes there. Another pause. I was thinking, I don't want to swap queens with him because that would just make his pawn chain better. So no, I will start doing some attack. So move my knight, attack the g7 pawn. Knights are protecting each other. He swapped queen. I take it with the king, and he goes back with a knight. Here was another thought that I had. As always, I'm a rook down, but his dark square bishop will only be moving on dark squares, and my knight could dance around that. And I will give him two sets of double pawns. And I thought my position were good. So, took the knight, took with the pawn. I've got a beautiful outpost for my knight. Can't be touched, it's the white square. And I move my knight back into position. He moves his rook to get a. I move my knight, putting it in the better square. He moves his other rook. I come in, threaten the pawn, threaten the fork. He moves his rook. I move my knight. I'm just loving the way that my two knights are just working together, but also working individually. Always threat, new threats, new threats. So he moves his rook. Grab another pawn with a check. King goes up. I go back with my knight. and threaten to grab a pawn. I move my knight out of the way. A new threat. He goes rook d5. Well, I thought I got all my pawns. There's nothing there, and let's see, where was I? Rook d4. Rook d5. Yes. So push my pawn up, threaten his bishop. He goes bishop e7. I'll just storm up with my pawns. He goes with the rook. Yeah. Because I more or less own the full line except for f5. So it's either there or there with this rook. But he went there, and I thought, that's fine, I'll just block you off, my friend. Oops, sorry. b6, he needs open up for this rook. And I went with my knight up since he moved b pawn. Nice juicy family fork. He moves out of the way. I'll still take the pawn, and he moves his rook down. And I was thinking, I don't want to swap my knight for this bishop. My knights are just doing so good. I'm gonna harass. So move my knight down. He moves his bishop out of harm's way. I keep pushing my pawns. I mean, look at my knights. They're just so dominating in this game, and I was really enjoying my game, really enjoying that I swapped my rook for his bishop and got this fantastic game with my knights. I mean, it was just beautiful in my eyes. He plays f6. I play f4. Still got all my pawns, everything protecting everything. He goes rook to e6, that's fine. I'll harass his rook again. He has to go back with his rook, and I thought, I'll get the big man himself into the game. Remember, I still got the rook in the corner, but I couldn't see, there was no need to use him because my knights and my pawns are just absolutely dominating. b5. Now b5, I would say, was a mistake for him. I also ran it through the computer. Computer says so also, but I wouldn't know. I thought, that's not in, because take it and protect my knight. But he do gets a square for his knight. No, for his rook out, because it was blocked in. But I'll still harass his rook. The only square that he has, that doesn't matter, because I'm now way past the center line, and his rook only's got one square. Here I don't know, you know, because since I haven't taken his bishop, I was thinking here he would take, but it would be in the fork. I was thinking taking the pawn, but I couldn't really figure out a plan what to do. I had plenty of time. I thought, this is okay, this is good enough, it's all black. Then I made a mistake. I started to play on the other side of the board, and that was a little bit of a mistake, because he takes, I take, and that opens the h file for him. Time for another thought. What have you do now? Have you lost the game? I was thinking to myself, have you lost the game? And I thought, he will check me, I will lose the knight, but I could get his bishop. Then I'll be one rook and a knight. But since my pawn is that far ahead, I thought, b5. He of course checks me, which is fine. I got a space for my king. He takes my knight. I took his bishop. And I took the a-pawn. So he's got 2 pawns left. I've got 6 pawns. So I would say I'm still winning, and I was quite happy. So after he moved his rook back. Then I just blocked it so he couldn't get anywhere. And he took the pawn. Now here I was thinking, I got plenty of time to get my pawn down. So I started to push. He checked me. And I thought, since his bishop is gone, still got a little square for the big man to sit there and wait. He took my rook and I went down and got myself a queen. And he was a little bit panicked there. The game is over, but he continued. Rook c3, and I went, as I say, with my rook that I've had the whole game, haven't moved at all. At move 52, it moves, comes into play with a devastating check. And it was this position that my opponent resigned, because there's nothing else to do. So that's the game. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna make another video with 2 more games, the short games, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy chess.